Hello guys, Mr. GameFreak94 here, and today I have another Wi-Fi battle that I did not that long ago. And today is kind of like a mixed tier team. I have Sandslash, Dragonite, Typhlosion, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Ivysaur. His team is a Crobat, Gardevoir, Raichu, Weavile, Flareon, and Wigglytuff. This battle was pretty interesting, especially in the very beginning on. I was pretty much at the edge of my seat. I believe the ace of this team is probably the Gardevoir. I was thinking at the time it should be a Mega. And, well, you guys are just going to have to watch and see what happens after this. So, let's get this battle started. After this little black screen shows up.
Racist.
Yeah, racist. Okay, so Chris is issuing a challenge. This is actually one of my buddies, Boomercrazy43. Really cool guy. We met off of my friend code exchange. So anyways, he's going to start off with his Wigglytuff. I decide I'm going to start off with the Swords Dance, because I don't really know what he's going to do. So he actually has Ice Beam on this Wigglytuff. I've never actually seen a Wigglytuff in battle, so that actually kind of surprised me. And he also gets the Freeze Hacks. So I was like, well, shit. Now what am I going to switch out to? I forget what play I made here, so I do switch out to my Sandslash. What Pokemon do I switch out to? Okay, so I actually switch out to my Vaporeon. And he actually goes for Ice Beam again. And I believe right now I actually go for the, get a little bit of Let These Recovery. And now I go for Heal Bell, trying to get the Freeze Hacks off of my, Sandslash, because Sandslash was actually a pretty viable part for this battle. And the Wigglytuff actually has Thunderbolt, so I was like, oh my goodness. And then he actually paralyzes me. I get more leftovers again. I can't remember if I go for another Heal Bell. He goes for another T-Bolt. Does little damage, but since Vaporeon is so bulky, I'm really not going to worry about it too much. So I go for another Heal Bell, hoping to get the paralysis. Actually, I did get the paralysis off. What the hell am I talking about? So I'm at roughly around half of my health, a little bit over half. Now I go for Wish, trying to get some health back in case, because Vaporeon was actually another Vaporeon is usually the ace in almost all my battles I get into, so I rely on Vaporeon a little too much. So I get more HP with lefties. Then I think he's predicting me to go for Protect or something. But I actually go for the Scald. And the Gardevoir actually has Trace, and it actually traces my Water Absorb. I don't know if he meant to do that play, but if you did, man, that was an excellent play. Props. But my wish does come true, and I have no other attacking moves besides Scald. So unfortunately, I'm forced to switch out here. And the Pokemon I think I bring out now, yeah, okay, so I bring out Sandslash once again. I'm thinking I'm just trying to sack this thing off, but the Gardevoir actually has Energy Ball, and I don't really see that on the Gardevoir set very often. I usually see like Moonblast, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, but seeing an Energy Ball was actually, it was something else. So I knew that Dragonite had multi-skill, and I knew that I could at least survive one Moonblast. So I believe what I do here is I go for the Dragon Dance, get up some speed and attack. So now he actually goes for the Moonblast. I knew I was going to be able to survive because of multi-skill. Does a pretty dang good chunk even with multi-skill on there. But now I go for the Extreme Speed, hoping to take it out because I know that Gardevoir is kind of hardly defensive. But he actually survives with this smudge of HP. And I'm kind of backed into a corner here. I'm kind of just like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? Dragonite's also gone, so there goes my late game sweep right there. Now I go into my Jolteon. I know I can outspeed it because Jolteon is one of the fastest Pokemon there is. So I go for a Shadow Ball. Down goes the Gardevoir, which is a really good thing. Jolteon is a valuable member of this team because he is pretty much he takes out any kind of Pokemon that he possibly can. So I believe right here I do outspeed and I go for Volt Switch. Jolteon does outspeed the majority of the Pokemon on his team, which is really good. So Volt Switch makes me switch, and I switch back out into my Vaporeon. Now, His Weavile actually went for Dark Pulse, and I don't really ever see very many specially defensive Weaviles. I usually see like Ice Shards, Ice Punches, Night Slash, but he actually goes for another one, and he actually gets off the flinch. I'm wondering myself, I'm like, this could get very, very annoying, but now he goes for Metal Claw. Does not even a smudge of my health. I go for a Scald. Down goes the Weavile. I'm in pretty good shape right now. Even though his Gardevoir's taking down 2 members of my team, I'm feeling pretty confident with just having Vaporeon and Jolteon on the team because they cover each other pretty well. So immediately, I already know here. I believe I switch out into my. I just switch out into my Ivysaur, which is actually not a bad play at all. So he actually goes for a Substitute. That's a pretty interesting set for a Raichu. Since I run Substitute on the majority of my Pokemon sets anyways, I feel ya. You know what? Substitute is a really, really good attack, and it can get you out of situations that you never even imagined. So I go for the Giga Drain. I'm able to break the Sub. His Sub faints. I get HP back from Giga Drain. He actually withdraws his Raichu. And he switches out into his Flareon. I believe I do go for a Sludge Bomb here. So it actually does some pretty good damage to Flareon. Sorry, guys. And so I do get the poison off on him, which is pretty good. Not toxic, but I mean regular poison damage is good. So I decided to switch on my Ivysaur. I believe I go out into Vaporeon again. And I think he goes for Lava Plume. And a special attacking Flareon, I would prefer the physical counterpart, just because, you know, they introduced having Flare Blitz in this gen, and I'm figuring, you know what, like, why not just use what Nintendo gave us? Flareon has a great physical attack. Why not just use a very, very powerful fire attack, like Flare Blitz? But he actually switches out, and he actually switches out to his Raichu again. I go for the Scald. Does pretty good damage. Just about to knock him out. So now I'm kind of scared right now. I immediately switch out my Vaporeon. I believe I go into my Jolteon. Volt Absorb does activate. Now I get my health back. I'm at full now, and now I believe I go for... He actually has Quick Attack, so... he has Quick Attack on his Raichu. Did not do... Not even a really big chunk. Then I go for the Shadow Ball, and I'm able to take down the Raichu. I believe now he has 2 or 1 Pokemon left. So now back out into his Wigglytuff. I go for a Volt Switch. I felt like I should have just gone for Thunderbolt just to finish it off, but I forget. I think I go out to my Vaporeon. Maybe because I felt like oh, that's right. He actually has his Crobat left. And so I actually Volt Switch out into my Ivysaur. He goes for Dazzling Gleam. That isn't going to do jack to my Ivysaur because he is Eviolite and he is Poison type. So I go for a Sleep Powder, like predicting the switch out to his Crobat, but unfortunately Sleep Powder does miss. And he goes for the Flamethrower. That doesn't really do much damage to me. Then he goes for an Ice Beam. He's basically just trying to take out my Ivysaur. I go for a Sludge Bomb. I do believe this does take it out. So, very, very good job to my Ivysaur. Ivysaur did a great job in this battle. He's a very, very good a very good balanced wall in general with an Eviolite. And I live with just 5 HP. I go for the Sleep Powder, I miss again. So, I was pretty pissed off about it, but what can you do? So, and he actually goes for an Air Slash. Again, I don't know why he went for an Air Slash. I don't know why he didn't go for Brave Bird. But he goes for Cross Poison. That, I believe it actually finishes off my Jolteon. And he actually outspeeds me. And I figured out at the end of the battle that I actually ran Modest on my Jolteon. So that's why I wasn't able to outspeed it. So now he actually goes for the Confused Raid. This is, I believe, my final Pokemon, my Vaporeon. Like I told you guys before, I always depend on Vaporeon a little too much, and I am luckily able to break through the confusion. I was hoping for a burn on the skull, but I mean, I did around over half his health, so I mean, I'm not really going to complain. About half his health. So now he goes for a Brave Bird. I'm kind of scared about that. It's going to do roughly over half of my HP. So I was pretty scared. Luckily, I am able to break out of the confusion and go for a Scald. And that takes out his Crobat. That was a very, very close battle. Very interesting game, especially on your Pokemon. Interesting sets. Actually, no, actually, it isn't the end of the battle yet. He actually has his Flareon left. I completely forgot. Okay, well, confused. Hurt itself in confusion again. So now he actually goes for a Shadow Ball. Hoping for a special defense drop. It doesn't do enough damage to hurt me. I forget what I do here. I think I just go for the Scald. Let's see, yeah, I'm a little bit over yellow health. I'm figuring out, you know, like, he's not really going to be able to do much to me, especially because I haven't really seen any of his physical attacks yet. But no, he actually surprised me and actually goes for Bite. I thought I was going to get like a defense drop, but then I remembered I think that's only Crunch. So luckily confusion does wear off, and I'm able to go for the Scald and finish it off. Unnecessary crit. Flareon goes down, and now that was the end of the battle. Very interesting game. And with that, guys, I'd say it's pretty much going to wrap up today's battle. Sorry I haven't uploaded for a couple of days. You know, school's just been kind of stressful, and I've been having to study and stuff. But I'm hoping that over the weekend I'm going to be able to upload a little bit more, even though I have a big test from one of my classes on Monday. So I'm going to have to study for that. I'll try and get up a video probably later on tonight, Liquid Crystal, but this video should get up by the time I leave for my next class. So hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Be sure to tap that like button and subscribe if you guys liked the video. I'm Instagram Red94, and I should see you guys later on tonight when I upload one of my videos. I think I'm going to upload Liquid Crystal. But anyways, guys, I might stream this weekend too, depending on if I have time. Maybe on Sunday if I'm in the mood and I don't really feel like studying. But I don't know. We'll see. I will definitely put up a video telling you guys. But anyway, guys, I'm Instagram Red94, and I will see you guys later.